I sure hope I saved it. Arg! Let's see. This one? Yes, okay. I think we just unlocked his, secret or whatever. Objection! Hey, Shot, how are you doing? So yeah, we found out that he likes being a regular because of the girls' uniforms. So let's talk to him about it. My throat would stop bugging me. Sir? Yes, it's true. I was there for the young girl. Fine, so I'm a dirty, wicked, sinful old devil. No, I didn't mean it like that. I even got one of those lousy cups of Javicino every time for $8. All because of the serving girl. Punish me, lock me up. I'm pretty sure there's restaurants specifically for this reason. I'm doing pretty good. I've been having fun with my kids all day. Really? That's not what I'm here for. Dirty old man, I think we need to hook him up with Ms. Old Bag. You'll be the same. Another 20 years and you'll understand what it's like. You'll know how painful it is to be an old man like me. No, really. Listen, sir. Stop calling me that! I have a name, you know, boy! So show some respect, I'm Victor Kudo. Sorry, Mr. Kudo. You young ones think you know it all, don't you? Well, I'm not saying another word. I won't tell you anything more. This guy was in the restaurant at the time of the incident. Which means I have to hear his testimony one way or the other. Humph! I don't believe this. I even broke his psych lock and everything. I guess I'll have to try to get him when he's in a better mood. Hug. Well, now what do we do? Let's try the kitchen? No. This is why I don't like this game. This one in particular. Not that I don't like the game, but this particular one is my least favorite. Okay, nobody here? Let's try here. Nope. Alright. You know what? Maybe it's... Now that I have his name, I have to ask around about him with his profile. Yes! Hello! He was in Tribulations at the time of the incident. Has a thing for waitresses. He looks like one of those grouchy old man types. Yeah. It's okay though, I don't mind guys like that. But if he's involved with this case somehow, that's a different story. Sure. Here's a tip for you, pal. If you want to get information out of a guy like that, you're gonna have to find his weakness and try to get under his skin. His weakness? I wonder what that might be. Okay. I think we had to bring it up with Maya. Oh, the music stopped. Ren Puma. Oh, it's that old man. Is he still feeding the pigeons? Yeah, he fed me as well. I got a bunch of those seeds in my eyes. Ouch! Ouch! Oh, ooh, ouch. Hey Maya, would you mind coming with me for a while? Huh? Me? Why? There's something I really want to ask that old man. Sure, okay. I'll just get changed. No, hang on. Can't you go like that? I guess? Sir? Humph! You again! Well, well, I see. Nick, his eyes are burning into me. It's okay. I think it's going pretty well. Ka! Huh? You're still just a little child. Run along and play on the slide, alright? Play on the slide? Ah, we were so close. Just a little more and he would have spilled. Pigeon, ka! What? How can we crack this guy? Excuse me, please, sir. Quiet! Can't you see I'm feeding the pigeon? Mia! Well, if you don't mind, sir, I'd really love to talk with you. Yes, yes, yes! Of course! Certainly! I'm Victor. Victor Kudo. Even from beyond the grave. Wow. Alright, so now we can talk to him. What you saw. About the incident. You mean the man who died after drinking the Javachino? Javachino? How can he see her? Haven't you been here for all 3 games? She's not a ghost. Maya can channel her with her channeling technique, and that makes Maya turn into whoever she's channeling. That's why it always shows Mia in her clothes, because it's really Maya. And since Maya had that uniform on, Mia has it on. And same with Pearls. When Pearls would channel Mia, Pearls would look like Mia. It'd be Mia with Pearls' tiny clothes on. Yes, the man who died drinking the Javachino. It's such a weird word to say. Javachino. It's like he's a different person. You guess you never noticed the same clothes? It was quite a shock, even for me. He was a strange-looking boy. The girl took the Javachino over to him, you see? And was the customer alone? Are they tighter on her big boobs? Yes. I'm surprised you never noticed that. Definitely. He was the only person at the table. Then he took one sip of his Javachino and he said something like, "Larg!" and then collapsed. Dead. Oh, how terrifying. You're so good at listening, aren't you? I'll tell you anything, whatever you want to know. He certainly seems to be telling the truth now. But it looks like Mr. Kudo didn't see this other man either. Do you like the food at Tribulations? Well, of course. I'm really quite a sophisticated man. I was a young businessman once, you know. I set up a casino in London. Really? How interesting. Eating the food at that restaurant really takes me back to my days in France. What a lovely story. London's in England, not France. Oh yes, France is wonderful. I'd love to show you around the city sometime. It's too much. I can't take it. I want France. Ha 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 ha. I can't believe Mia's laughing at the guy. I would be laughing too. You visit Tribulations a lot, don't you? Of course! I mean, yes. I'd like to come and see you there. Hehehehe. Really? Oh, you're so flattering. The owner would be delighted to welcome you, I'm sure. Be careful of that chef, my dear. The chef? You mean Mr. Armstrong? That's right. That man's an ex-con. He's an ex-con? Whatever did Mr. Armstrong do? Oh no, those eyes, I can't take this. Mia's really got this guy eating out of her hand. He steals things from his customers. From his customers? Gloves, handkerchiefs, little things mainly. He's a pilferer. So you be careful around him, my dear. Are you sure about this? Of course! He was arrested for it once. I was there when it happened, having my Javachino. He really is a regular. Let me write you a little haiku about it. What? A haiku? A Japanese poem. It'll explain all you need to know about the chef. Okay. Thank you. If he takes anything again, you let me know. If it's not too expensive, I'll buy you a replacement. Aww. Poor guy. He couldn't do enough for Mia. Okay, Phoenix. That's about as much as I can do to help. Thanks, Mia. We got some really important information thanks to you. Honestly, I can't believe Maya called me for something like this. Oh, he's gone. Okay. I want to look at the haiku. Convicted before a wicked man or woman. Repeat offender. That was funny. Oh, here we go. January 6th, Tribune. I guess it's about time to wrap up today's investigation. I had enough of being a waitress. Can't believe she doesn't call her more. She is not a very good spirit medium. The only time she can really use her powers is when she really, really, really needs the help. And we really needed that guy to talk, so she channeled her. And she's like she's an apprentice or something. She's not a full-fledged medium. Yeah, plus no one came to the restaurant. Ooh la la, Mademoiselle Maya. No, how can you leave me like this? I'm sorry. That reminds me. Mr. Armstrong had a psych lock or 3, didn't he? I'm gonna have to break those. Oh, great. Ugh. Stop looking like that! Mr. Armstrong, I hope you won't mind, but I'd like to have another word with you. Volontiers? I don't know. Of course. I'm not very good with the French. My mom and everyone in my family was good with the French, not me. I took German. Can I talk to him? Is there anything to say? Pretty sure her channeling technique has nothing to do with growing her breasts, but okay. Presents. Let's go ahead and well, we'll save it after we start. Maggie's motive. What is happening? I do not like this horrible feeling. I have to know the truth. What happened that day? Allure. Allures? I don't know if there's an actual S sound at the end of it. I will confess everything. Just don't hurt me. Huh? Well, that was a new world record. It was a lottery ticket. What? A lottery ticket? The man who died here had a lottery ticket. For $500,000? $500,000? Oui, but after the incident, this ticket... It disappeared! The ticket disappeared? This was the motive that the prosecution gave for Maggie. They said that she poisoned the man to get the $500,000 lottery ticket. Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? I don't know. You've been trying to hide this information about the lottery ticket from me. And I want to know the reason why. No, monsieur, you doubt me, but I have confessed to you everything I know. Mr. Armstrong, the $500,000 lottery ticket. I think I know who took it. I think the winning ticket was stolen by this person. What? Who? The old man? Or... Oh my god. I don't know. Let's save. We're gonna say the old man. Well, how about it? Sava? Excuse me? It means, how are you? Oh, I'm fine, thanks. Yeah, and I'm happy to hear it. Doesn't sound like I'm doing so fine with this Cyclock. Poor Maggie, she was tempted by the evil, no? No, if it was really Maggie, then you'd have no reason to hide the facts from me. Mr. Armstrong, the $500,000 lottery ticket. Oh! It should be him. Duh. Mr. Armstrong, I believe there is a very high probability that it was you. Ah! Wow. That is one piercing scream, even for a man like him. Aw, he's a beautiful lady. My pourquoi moi? Why? You have no evidence. I am not masked a mask. I'm not the kind of person who steals the property of others. Sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Armstrong, but I have evidence to the contrary. I present to you proof that you have stolen from others in the past. Evidence. I guess we show the haiku? Let's go ahead and save. What is this, a poem? Oh, monsieur, you know me so well. I adore poems. Please, read it and put some feeling into it. Convicted before, a wicked man or woman, repeat offender. I'm sorry to have to bring it up, Mr. Armstrong, but you have been arrested for stealing from your customers before, haven't you? Mon Dieu! What? Something. You are a liar. You deny it? Do not make la false accusations, s'il vous plaît. Do you have any proof? I want to see la incontestable proof that I have ever stolen from one of my customers. Well, we have the item you stole from us. It seems old habits die hard, Mr. Armstrong. What is that? This is my magatama, and I found it in your kitchen. No! Wow, that scream just about broke some windows. I have a weakness for little trinkets and la figurines. My end, it just slips out. I cannot stop it. You've stolen handkerchiefs, gloves, and other things from your customers, right? Oui, it is the truth. I am just a timid little girl inside, monsieur. A timid little girl. Besides, this time, it was not the small trinket, oui? It was $500,000. Mais non. Why would I steal it? I have no need for such money. This guy. Really now? Oh, monsieur, what is it? Isn't it true that you're in some pretty serious trouble? And that you're in desperate need of large amounts of cash? What's this? Yeah. This restaurant is deep in the red, isn't it? Ah! You have a loan to the tune of $500,000. That lottery ticket would have wiped out your debts. Gung. Well, Mr. Armstrong, what do you have to say for yourself? Hopefully nothing. Ah! Ah! Yeah. Alright, Maggie's motive. Mr. Armstrong. You said that the victim had a winning lottery ticket for $500,000. How did you know he had something like that in the first place? The man, he was listening to the radio with his earpiece. Maggie said something about that too. You like my French? I don't even know if I'm speaking French. Sounds like doo-doo to me. And I don't mean that about the French language, I mean that about me trying to speak it. The winning number was announced on the news, I think. All of a sudden, he exploded. Yes! $500,000! He shouted. And the ticket? He had all of his tickets spread out on the table. I was so desperate in need of money, so I put the poison in his coffee? No, 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 oh no, you naughty man. I simply helped myself to one of his tickets. What? The victim collapsed and Maggie passed out. I thought to myself, pourquoi pas? He had so many of them. Yeah, but only one of them was the winning ticket, right? How could you do that, Mr. Armstrong? Maggie was arrested because of you. No, this is not true. Oh my god, can we stop talking to this guy? I did not take it. The ticket for $500,000, I mean. But you just told us you did. You said you took a ticket. No. Ma fila? What? It was not... That's enough. Huh? Ah! Oh my god. Mr. Godo! What in the heck are you doing here? Urgh! This is without doubt the worst coffee I've ever tasted, Mr. Armstrong. He came in here for coffee? Does his craving for coffee have no bounds? Perhaps Mr. Armstrong stole one of the victim's tickets on the day in question. I am La Airhead. Air-Ed. No? Just a pretty little girl who everyone is laughing at. But in that case, Maggie shouldn't be the only one under suspicion. He had the wrong ticket. What? Mr. Armstrong made off with the winning ticket's pretty neighbor. So the ticket he took was worthless? Not quite. He did win something. $1. You see, I'm just a pretty face. Without my looks, I have nothing. So, what happened to the winning ticket then? The one he meant to steal. Indeed. What happened to it? I don't like spoiling myself by watching trailers, so we'll just wait and see how the movie turns out tomorrow, won't we? Voila, you two! Time to laugh at la pretty little Air-Ed. Looks like I won't be needing this note anymore. We don't need the haiku. Looks like we've got a new mystery now. Namely, where did the winning ticket go? I've got a bad feeling about this. Well, anyway. You can't let Maggie suffer any longer for this, and certainly not again. To be continued. January 7th, 9:48 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? We see him right here, though! But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor! Maggie! Ack! Detective Gumshoe! Are you doing alright? How are you feeling? As if you need to ask either question, sir. Don't let him get you down, Maggie, and don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger! And you! Yes? You better square this case away, got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. What? I think he's serious. Hey, detective, you're on our side for once, right? Yep. So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course! I've got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay. We're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, Detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. January 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ah, bitter. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Ah! What's wrong? Nothing. It's just, whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You was talking to me?" It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty? So, Mr. Godo, your opening statement, please. Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today. But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. But I wasn't here for it! I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said. Trust me. Now then, Mr. Godo, please summon your first witness. An imposter, Phoenix? What? Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness! State your name for the court! Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's... Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe. That sounds like a really shitty occupation. Other way around, Detective. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday. Sir! Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation is tied up with another case now. I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control, for everyone's sake. I see. So Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Inc., a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report. The court accepts this into evidence. Alright. And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. Let's look at this. Died of potassium cyanide. Poisoning. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30. You would think with customers inside the building they'd have a more accurate time for when he died, but I don't know. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress. The waitress being the accused? Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. Jean Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Okay, the floor plans are added. Come, detective, take up this hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. The incident. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please no intimidation tricks this time around, is that understood? I already told you, that wasn't me! The incident. Okay, when the incident took place, the victim was alone. Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said, and What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey. Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. Their two testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Nah, let's leave it. Should leave it alone. I've got a bad feeling about where this is going. If you've got a bad feeling about it, you should leave it alone. I once had a bad feeling that I was about to have a bad feeling. It was really bad. Maybe I should move on to another part of his testimony. Let's listen to the radio. He was listening to his radio, you say? Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about one of them had some sort of earpiece. What should I do? Should I press harder? Let's press harder. Press harder! And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it? Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used? So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else? Not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid or was it a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper.
Objection.
Ha! Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee? Trite! The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. It seems that the poison could only have been in the coffee. What should I do? Should I press harder? Let's leave it. No, I should leave it alone. I've got a bad feeling about this. Oh my gosh. Potassium cyanide? I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe? Well, that stuff's lethal. Eat too much in your history. How much is too much? A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That is enough to finish anyone off. Oh!
Did you wash my red radiator?
Did I?
Yeah.
No, but I can if you put it in the wash. Oh!
Oh wait.
It's in his car. I'll do it when he gets home. It's okay. Alright, sorry about that. 0.2 grams? How much is that? You know when you swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much. Ew. Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe got in abundance of. Ew. Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere. And, it looks like Ms. Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Oh, it didn't let me press harder in the previous one. Some kind of motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion. Objection! You know what my golden rule is, detective? Check out a bad cup of coffee. Check out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another. Huh? I don't get it. I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand. If we had to check you out. Gulp! So stick to the facts, detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. She was... They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder? Yes. Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. Ha! I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's $500,000. That's the $500,000 lottery ticket? One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. Whoa, 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 what? Order, order! Ha! She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately! I better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. The victim's lottery ticket added to the court. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial too. But it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. I bet he wants to say it was found on Maggie's person. You really think there are any contradictions in this testimony? To be honest, I don't know. But Gumshoe told us out in the lobby. He said we'd be forming a united front, right? How will we win this case if he doesn't throw us a line? I don't have a whole lot of questions right now. The best I can do is gather the facts together, I guess. Well, what am I supposed to do? Okay, let's look at the evidence because I haven't looked at it in a while. It says I was trounced and my client was found guilty. Sports paper. That mask the mask picture. MC Bomber? Do we not have that vial anymore? I guess we don't have that green vial anymore. I wonder what happened to it. Oh, I think we gave it to Gumshoe. Hold on. Can I press him on this?
Objection!
Actually, I think this is the one where it wouldn't let me press harder. Oh, here we go. Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of this coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking. In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there. Huh? For me? Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. Oh, what piece was it again? This! Oh my god. Should I be grateful this coffee is only hot enough to give me first-degree burns? Oh, now I remember. This is the, victim's coffee cup. Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in the cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him. Like this! Urgh! I think that reaction was for how he was drinking the coffee. Let's see. For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants. Coffee cup added to the court record. Okay. Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. Potassium cyanide. Let's take a look at this cup. I guess let's go ahead and press all these other ones too. All the ones that I didn't press harder.
Objection!
Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. Ha! The argument is as weak as the coffee at Tribulations, Trite. I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? It's more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population the defendant. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef, moments after the poisoning took place, correct? I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime, how Mr. Trite could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table? Urgh! It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. Yeah. That's enough! The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. Let's see, I like an old man who knows the score. There's also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance. With one final decisive piece of evidence. It's got more evidence against Maggie? This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Wow. It's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like... It can't be blood, can it? Ha! It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course. The coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course. I'm referring to the pocket. The pocket? A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide, the very poison used by the killer, was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. Whoa, what? Order! The court will accept these items into evidence. Apron added to the court record. And the potassium cyanide. Something's still bothering me, Mr. Godo. No one even mentioned the red stain. Has small pockets but big stains. Why have you not explained the blood stain to the court? Blood stain? What blood stain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous! No one told me anything about a blood stain. Can he not see it? You don't need to be told, just look at it. Well, detective? Could this stain really be... blood? No way, sir! It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking some breakfast, that day. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup. Ugh. Ugh. I thought everyone knew what it was already. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last verdict I ruled on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They have all been clearly established. Well, trite. It seems you really are a phony after all. Arg. You really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe to the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there. The investigation. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else from the crime scene. Nothing else missing from the crime scene. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one, so let the fun begin. The investigation. Okay. I want to look at this picture real quick. This one? I'm not sure I see the cup in this picture, but I don't know. Look at this again. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe? There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. Oh, we're obviously talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in. But the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them, and seeds. Seeds. Ha! It was nothing. I got each one with my teeth. I guess not even the mighty Godo can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in that place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. She passed out. How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officers got to the crime scene at around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself. I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search, too. I would have loved to see Maggie asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful. Aww. You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional bird watcher. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about this is the investigation. Oops! I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? The victim didn't have any identification. He didn't have any? Are you saying that it was stolen then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. 58 cents? Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here. Wait a sec. Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes? Hold it! Yeah, basically. In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh. That. He's so let down. He's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going. There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket. It seems Mr. Glenn Elg visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations. We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds. That's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? I didn't say anything dumb again, did I? Hey, cat's face. Is that how you say that? How are you doing? Let's ask about the bag. Or his health insurance? Let's ask about the bag. So what sort of medicine is in the bag? Well, actually the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. It was completely empty? Okay. Ha! Doesn't matter how you say it, for like I can call you mad face. Let's see, you're entering an empty bag as evidence, despite... desperate are you, Trite? Now what happened with the investigation after that, detective? Here, I want to look at the bag. The victim got this from the doctor before going to Tribia, and the bag is empty. Guess that was it. Let's see, but the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? Hey, yeah, you nailed it, pal! It happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes?
Objection!
Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So trite. Someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence? Well, I'd love to if I had any. It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness. How did he get the boss's shoes on? I don't know. He was drunk. Let's see. There's nothing missing from the crime scene. So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for. Yeah. Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for, but wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh yeah, the one that the restaurant owner took. He won a whole dollar with it. What a lucky guy, huh? And they're just going to let him get away with it? It was just $1, detective. When you're drunk, you kiss someone, not take your boss's shoes. I guess... I think I would rather he had taken his boss's shoes than given him a kiss. I guess no one cares when it's that little, unless it's Gumshoe. If I don't find a hole in this testimony, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. Gumshoe hasn't given us anything to work with, and we can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something. Yeah, that's true, but Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. That's so mean! Our only hope is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious. Come on, Gumshoe, be the dumbest you've ever been. That man is guilty. I guess the medicine missing is... Nothing was missing. Yes! Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh ho! Finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. He put gum in them. Ew. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribia. Where then did the medicine disappear to? You are too cool, pal! Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in this previous trial. Witness! Why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Order! Order! Well, Mr. Goto, what do you have to say to that? Ha! That's all. What? Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. It was the doctor! What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New ear otolaryngological clinic. Otolaryngological. Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Goto? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. It's CVS! A war wound? The day before the incident, Mr. Elk himself found himself in a fight. We're gonna sue CVS. Take all the snacks! And little toys. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum. He ruptured his eardrum? Then what on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. What? It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Yes, here it is, in very, very fine print. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. That coffee mug, though, I know, right? Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. Erg! It seems that the medication is irrelevant to this case after all. No! Nick! If you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. She's right. But I can't get away with any old, weak objection. What should I do? Goto is acting like he knows everything about everything when he holds that coffee mug. That's how I think I look when I hold my coffee mug, but I know that's not really how I look. Let's see. Let's push it. Push it, baby! Only moments ago, Mr. Goto made the following statement. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal. That doesn't change the fact that it cannot be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth.
Objection.
Coffee is brain's best friend, just like dogs are man's best friend. You solved this case. You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide. But this proves that there was another person that stole it. Maybe. It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did! The possibility is undeniable. Arg! That's enough! Mr. Goto, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Goto? I got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder. The coffee! We gotta arrest the coffee. Victor Kudo, the pigeon hater? Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me. Yay! Good job, Nick. The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness. Ha! I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. Court is adjourned for recess. That old man looks like a pigeon. I don't know why, but he does. Which one? The judge or the Victor? Victor Kudo. January 7th, 11:03 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Phew, that was close. Tell me about it. I nearly died in there. That's my line, sir! No, it's my line! I think I really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. Too many hates the pigeons. Yeah, I think he looks like the old man from Up. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me. He totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right? It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. But it really hurts this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. Poor Gumshoe. So the next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds. I bet he's going to be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know? Yeah, he's a big old grouch. Are you going to be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me. Even those never-ending bird seeds. Yay! Bird seeds. January 7th, 11:15 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 4. Pow. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Godo, your next witness, please. The prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Name and occupation if you don't mind. The name is Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times too. We don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation. My occupation? Face. Ka! Listen, youngin'. How much call do you think there is for kimono embroidery here? Kimono embroidery? That's what I do! Or did back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed. Wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe he can embroider my costume sometime. Why is he blushing? I guess he doesn't want to say that he's out of work. I don't know. He's embarrassed. Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. You see some ships happening? See, so I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile. That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen. Now then, witness, were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Oh yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javachino. Eating the seeds? Seeds? What do you think these are, Ugh. I see. So you saw everything that happened, Gramps? Did I? Oh yes. Oh yes I did. I saw it all. Then please tell the court. We're all ears. Sure. I'll tell you. I'll tell you every last detail. He's really getting into this. What I witnessed. The young man was reading the sports paper. The serving girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. That's the serving girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. He's a pigeon turned human. Case closed. Ace attorney bad face. Gotta get all those B's in there. Mr. Kudo, she's not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress. Gah! You're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with the old-fashioned ones? Newfangled? All this talk of radios and glasses. It's wireless and spectacles, I tell you. Excuse me? Listen to me, everyone! Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away. Well, I think it's time to begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. What I witnessed. So you saw the victim. You saw Mr. Glenn Elg. I wanted to know if Goodson Braun retained his championship or not. So he was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? And at the location in question? There are partitions between tables on the same side of the restaurant, right? So what if there are? If you say that you could see the victim, that means you were sitting at a table on the other side of the restaurant, correct? Ha! I go to that place to drink Dravicino. I don't go to sit. I don't remember what table I was sitting at. What? You mean you go there to eye the waitress? Mr. Kudo, that is a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw? Victor Kudo never makes mistakes. I dot every T and cross every I. I see. My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving. I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping out a waitress. And I saw what the serving girl put into the Javicino as well. I bet I know what's coming up, and something tells me I'm not going to like it. Let's go ahead and press it. I'm a risk taker. Your Honor, we need more clarification on what was put into the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask the witness to add what he knows about this to his testimony. I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please? Sure. There's no question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder in there. Let's look at it. I guess it looks like white powder. Did she really put that into the coffee? You doubt me, boy? She took some out of a small brown bottle and sprinkled it in. Couldn't she have been adding sugar? Sugar! In a small brown bottle like that? Like that? Witness, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms? Ha! A bottle like this, perhaps? Oh, there it is. That's the one. That's the bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume. So, what did the accused put into the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you? Arg. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. He took just one sip? You youngins, you waste everything. Those Javacinos cost $8. In the good old days, we would have drank every last drop, eaten the cup, and then died. And then died. This is deep and sad. Congratulations, you have earned the title of battiest man to grace a courtroom. So it was an immediate death? Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that's possible. Oh yes, he slumped over without so much as a twitch. I felt the Javicino I just drank turn sour in my stomach. Oh yes, I know that feeling. And the waitress? I presume she is... right there in the defendant's chair. You said I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by? Particular features? It's a disgrace. That's what it is. What? Sorry? You can see all the way up to her, you know. She's practically naked in that uniform. What? Back when I was a chef, I would eat everything on my plate. Even the table under the plate. We don't waste anything. Then I would die. Then we'd eat the house. And the dog. She's practically naked. So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit. But anyone could wear anyone could wear just such an uniform. Ugh, even me. Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image. Don't get all excited, Nick. You gotta keep yourself together. I guess I got a bit carried away. Gah! There are other things I recognize about her too. The whole planet, if our parents told us to. He seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Press harder! Sure, you saw the waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters is whether that waitress was Maggie Bird or not. We had to respect them. Quite right. Mr. Kudo, these other features that you recognize about the defendant, I would ask you to add them to your testimony. Sure. There was a ribbon in her hair and her apron straps were loose. What? Hold on one second. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. How does he know they were loose? That's where he was looking. But what about the most crucial detail of all, her face? Gah! As if I wouldn't remember that! The witness noticed the straps on the accused apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face. That's right, I can even tell you the color of the ribbon in her hair. It was red! So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight. There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something more to this somehow. Hold on. Oh, it is red, okay. Let's ask about these straps. Mr. Kudo, you seem especially interested in straps. Why is that? Whoa, what? The ribbon in her hair, the straps on her apron. What is the fascination? Fascination?
Objection!
People have all kinds of fetishes, Trite. We don't need to embarrass the witness. Listen, you young upstarts. I haven't got some sick strap fetish. Is there any relevance to the witness's unusual love of straps? I was just curious as to why he was so fixated on the waitress's straps. I said I haven't got a strap fetish. How many times do I have to repeat myself? Very well, continue with your testimony, Mr. Kudo, and make it strapless? Grumble. Do you think old CD really saw Maggie do it? Well, he probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time, that's why he was there. But he was there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress. I guess. She makes a good point, though. Hey, did I just say something clever? I wonder if the waitress Mr. Kudo saw really was Maggie. That's what we have to figure out, Nick. Alright, let's go back and press about... I don't even remember what the other option was.
Objection!
A strap fetish. That just sounds weird. Let's ask about her back. The identifying features you describe are all things you would see from the back. So what? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all?
Objection!
Ha! He's got you there, Gramps. People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons. This is harassment. I tell you, I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. Straps. This is such a funny word. Straps. Straps. I'm just telling you what I saw. Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observed from the front, that is, to your testimony. Sure. This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer. And if I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet. Look at them straps! There wasn't anything that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front. I just wanted to see her straps. Strapping straps on her straps. Strappily. You didn't find anything to be distinct, but you did clearly see the waitress's face, yes? No question about it. I didn't come this far to back down now. Victor Kudo never backs down. That's not the answer I was looking for, but okay. This has turned out to be a matter of pride for old CD now, I guess. I wonder if he really did see Maggie's face or not. Like I thought, we need some concrete proof of this. Proof that the old guy didn't see the waitress clearly from the front. Do you think old CD really saw Maggie do it? He's here for cute outfits. Hey, let's see something clever here. I want to see the straps on the straps that strap on the strap! Is it Strap Magazine Day yet? Oh my god, straps! Oh. Oh, he didn't see the stain on her apron, I guess is what it is. Or he didn't mention it. Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this. God, that filthy thing would suit filth like you just perfectly. The only thing I notice is it has no straps. Or they're not visible. It sure is Strap Magazine, and on the cover it's Strapper with more straps and how to make head straps. Okay. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like. What? Just after he's done eating. Have you ever seen this before? Of course I haven't. Do you think I'd forget something as dirty as that? Well, you half-witted clot. What? What is it? He looks like straps. What? He's got a strap on his head? His eyebrows are straps? Oh, you're talking about the grandson? He is a strap, to be exact. Ever since I said, you half-witted clot, there's been an eerie silence in here. Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning. And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means, if you had really seen this apron before, yes, you know what I'm getting at. Straps! No. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front. Oops! goodness! You can't just oops your way out of this. Ha! Well, well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. It's the coffee straps. He did it. Listen, Wright. Here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress. There was only one waitress in the restaurant. That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird? Exactly. And when that one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup, this old guy was watching. Ever since we got on this strap thing, I've been getting this feeling all eyes are judging me. Don't act like I'm the first one to be into straps. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest in what you say you remember seeing. Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps. You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin's in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot a burger. What? I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted. I can't get straps out of my head. He can't remember. Probably more like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out. Very well, let's test how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim. Whew, about the victim. He had no straps! He was another of those pesky young types, wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. Then the servant girl in question brought over the Javachino. The little fidget picked up the coffee and with his free hand... picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. The testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in great detail. A great deal of detail. Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything. How are we going to handle this next? We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot. Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel? I suppose. But it's what I do best. I'm sorry, but when there are straps in the vicinity, all my brain power is used to unstrap the straps. About the victim. Spectacles? Dark glasses to you. One of the lenses was green, the other was broken. Newfangled rubbish. That's why I remember him so well. He did have some kind of lens over his left eye. But I wouldn't have called it a pair of glasses. What's about the straps that just got unstrapped by the other straps who got strapped by the what? Lives in Strapville! I'm moving. Strapville, here I come! It's a power scanner from Dragon Ball Z. Or Dragon Balls. He seems to have been wearing some rather modern-looking shades. Perhaps I should take to wearing some and rival Mr. Goto's sharp appearance. We better come up with something sharp and quick. Guess I'll wait and see if I should challenge him about the spectacles. Exit 69 on the Strap Highway. The newspaper was a sports paper, was it? The best houses are on Strapville. Strap Avenue. Sorry, I just... Strapville. The newspaper was a sports paper, was it? That young hooligan. I nearly asked him, can't you even read without fidgeting? How was I supposed to be able to read the back page with all that rustling going on? I needed to find out if Gutzen Braun retained his championship title. It was his paper, not yours. If you wanted to know so bad, why didn't you buy your own? What are you looking at me like that for, Oh, ow, ow! Gutzen Braun got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyway. So if he could read the... If he was trying to read the paper, doesn't that mean he was sitting... Let's see. Well, I wouldn't be able to show you guys. Too many straps get down. What? Straps from the sky? What? No, the straps? Where Santa gives the dirty old men the straps in their strapped stockings. What? I'm gonna have to like draw a comic and call it Strapville. Life in Strapville! We're living like Larry. The wireless? the decadent young rascal. In my day, it was one or the other. Read the paper or listen to the wireless. Oh boy. And using an earpiece. It's selfish, that's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it. Was he that desperate to listen to the radio? What are you looking at me like that for, Oh, ow, ow! Oh man, double escapement. You're just in time. We're talking about straps! Welcome to Strapville! Let's see. Sorry for walking in. Oh man. Home of the straps who strap the straps of stripping. Okay. Ow, 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 ow! And the servant girl in question brought over the Javachino. Shot all them straps. You mean the waitress who you only saw from behind, right? You're not to step on the straps when you come in, or you'll get strapped. You're one of those, aren't you? You never let anything go, isn't that right? Maybe. What does it matter if I saw her from the front or from behind? Oh, ow, ow, ow! I better not push it until I've got some hard evidence. His free hand? Yes. Which hand was that? Weren't you listening before? Cloth ears? What? Strap ears? I said he was rustling the newspaper with his right hand, didn't I? If his free hand wasn't his right hand, then which hand would have been? Ow, ow, ow! Ha! Perhaps the great Mr. Trite has 3 hands. The hand that was not groping the straps. Yeesh! I was only asking. No need to gang up on me and treat me like a freak! I'm not the one into straps! The whole point of this cross-examination is to establish just one thing. That this old guy... Oh my god! He's eating them like they're straps! Which hand strap the straps? What? What kind of straps are we talking about? I don't know, any kind. What kind of straps are we not talking about? Okay, this old guy's memory has more holes than a slice of Swiss. I guess we need to find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh? Anything will do, even the smallest detail. We just need one mistake and he's ours. You guys are cray-cray. Talking about them straps. Oh, this coffee cup proves that he picked up the cup with his right hand. He said the newspaper was in his right hand. Going strapping crazy! You guys are gonna have nightmares about straps. Or, I don't know. I can't imagine it being a good dream. You just hope Gumshoe's involved with the straps. He's a good detective of Strapville. We must all reevaluate our lives. Strap in. Alright, he needs a strap for that nose. Let's see. Oh, what? No, no, no! Ugh. In the newspaper in his right hand. Do I show it here? Okay, not here. The free, I guess for the free hand. The judge has a strap-on beard. Strap on the turbojet and let's set off to the what? The strap over? What? I don't know why they would be so picky about this. Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory? I know, I know! There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you nothing! It's all strapped in my brain. I wonder if Gumshoe's boss's shoes had straps on them. Well, I don't know. Would you consider shoelaces straps? I guess. I don't know. You find yourself strapped to your chair. Ooh, that's not such a bad idea. Maybe straps aren't such a bad thing, you guys. Let's see, there's nothing wrong with my memory. I tell you nothing. If I get anything wrong, I'll eat these straps. I mean, seeds. Sing the pigeon song. Sing the Strapville song. Don't you hate when you reach for your keyboard and you slam your bowl of popcorn? What? Well, you better strap it down. And hey, Invisible Opinion, how are you doing? Sean, you did it too. Should have strapped that bowl. Care to tell us where this is going, Wright? According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make it that his left. Gah, what is this? Kindergarten? But I would like the court to please take a look at this. That's the cup the victim used, correct? Doing well. Should have taken that chicken simulator class. What? You're gonna bob your head for popcorn? Well, we've all learned a valuable lesson about straps. That's the cup the victim used, correct? Yes, and on the rim, you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips. The floor is clean and swept. Ah, that's good. There's a stain left by the coffee. If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. But how? Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. Arrgh! Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the park where he came from. Wait! If you think I'm going to stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong. I don't care about that dirty straps. I know what I saw. You still insist on your testimony? That young brat was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. It's that dead young hotbot and you. You spiky-haired yahoo? Who are at fault. Ram Puma better strap his mind down before he comes back to chat. Who, me? Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough from you already. Don't call me old man, old man! Been around for 68 years, I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I got to say! Bailiff, strap him down! I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but... Sure, why not hear a little more? Mr. Godo! But this is my 16th cup of coffee, so this is your final stand. Thank you, Captain. You can rely on straps. I mean, Victor. I'm a strapping young man. Left hand or right hand? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup. His left hand! We know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye. It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers. A monitor? You mean like a television screen? Like a strap! The inside of the lens is a screen that displays straps. Computer data. It's called an HMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work. You like how you need the smallest of information in order to get through the case? I know, right? Like straps! Fiddling with straps in your hands? Oh my god, that's nasty. I mean, that's hot! HDTV, DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad, but they don't matter. I know what I saw and I'm telling the truth. It's true, he doesn't seem to be lying. And those are the facts. I'm good old black and white. You must not have been here for the whole strap thing. It's made of straps and coffee. They're making fun of him for being into straps. I don't know. Earlier, the old man was testifying about the straps on the waitress's outfit or something, and now they've just gone wild with it. Left hand or right hand? And I'm just rolling with it. The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. Do we have a picture of this? I don't think we have a picture of him alive. Oh, actually... Where does it talk about... I guess we can't figure out what side his ear was injured on. It's the strapping disorder! We can't stop unless we get strapped! You guys are silly. So the victim was wearing an HMD. HDTV, what does it matter? Did I already do this? It was none of them actually, but anyway. And you're sure that he was wearing the earpiece on the same side? No question. I can only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. If you look at the floor plans. From the opposite table, he'd only have a view of the side of the victim's head. He kept fiddling with it all the time. Ugh. It seems like he kept an eye on Mr. Glenn Elg. He was getting on my nerves, rustling that newspaper and fiddling with his earpiece all the time. And when he went and made all that fuss, dying from one sip of Javachino, I wanted to say to him, "Calm down, you young brat!" Just looking at him made me suddenly speed up my seed eating. I could have choked. Let's see. Well, strap yourself silly. You'll have to go back to the Strat Tub Time Machine. What? Throw straps on the Kato's. No, what? Straps! What is with you guys? He keeps fiddling with his nose, I know, right? Strap it down. It might burst. Okay, just looking at it made me suddenly speed up my seat. Could have joked. I take it the victim was a walking ball of nervous energy. You never understood fetishes? I understand fetishes, because I have a couple, but I don't know about that one. Some of them are a little hard to understand, I guess. The earpiece you mentioned, which hand did the victim touch it with? You're one of those people who uses his left hand to get things out of his right pocket. Or fastens his left cuff with his right hand. How else would you do it? And when the tour guide says, on your right side, you'll see the famous blah blah, you're the only one desperately looking left. No, I didn't mean... Obviously, he used the hand on the same side of his body that the earpiece was in. Ow! 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 So if he had the HMD on his left side, then it was his left hand, I guess. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup. His left hand. Your brother has a credit card swipe... Wait, what? Like in the butt crack kind of thing? Or, I guess, any crevice? I haven't a clue. Let's see, strap in is gonna be a strapping ride through Strap Mountains. When we get to the top, we'll eat strap pancakes. Anyone that claims they don't understand must be secretly into straps. Okay. You seem very sure of yourself, Mr. Kudo. Oh wait, I wanna buy this pack of gum. We should get a strap fetish, it's better. You can swipe the straps, I guess. Better not tell them about the seedy side of internet strap sites. You seem very sure of yourself, Mr. Kudo. That's because I know what I saw, no matter what tricks you try to play on me. It looks like you really did see the guy picking up the cup with his left hand. This is a dead end. Well, Nick, what do you think? I think the guy's telling the truth, but even so, something's not quite right. Then chuck evidence at him until he breaks. But if he's not lying, there wouldn't be any contradictions in his testimony, right? He just likes when girls swipe his credit card on the slider? That's strange. What about when it's a store where you do it yourself? Movies never talk about straps? First rule about Strap Club. You don't talk about Strap Club. Strap lives matter? Oh my god. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup too. Let's see. I have no idea. Unless he picked it up without the handle. I don't know. All lives, but mainly Straps' lives matter. um. Let's look at this picture. Where's the picture of the crime scene? Is it this? No, it's not this. This is the layout. I want the picture. Maggie Bird doesn't matter. Oh no! This isn't one of those things where we have to press them again, is it? Keep fiddling with all the time. We picked up the cup too. Maybe use the same hand to pick up the Stop messing with your nose! Strap haters are not real strappers. Let's go ahead and press everything again. I can only see that side of his I can only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. Calm down, you young brat. He was fiddling with it just before he picked it up. Earpiece you mentioned. Which hand did you... Oh god. You didn't go sleep on your strap pillow and strap bed? Good night. Thank you for stopping by. Everyone's favorite episode is the final episode of one of the games. What? That's usually true. But actually my favorite episode is the Will Powers one with the Steel Samurai. I think it's the second or third in the first game. What is your favorite? This episode's your favorite because of the straps. Okay, so if the HMD was on his left side, then it was with his left hand. Okay, use the same hand to pick up the cup. You seem very sure of yourself. It's because I know what I saw, no matter what tricks you play on me. Looks like you really did see him pick... This is a dead end. Well, Nick... That's not quite right. I don't know what's off. My favorite has turned into the straps one. It straps the others in a noose. um. Oh, his left eardrum is ruptured. Here we go. Oh, let's do it. I was trying to figure out where they had the information that one of his ears was injured, and I finally found it. I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but Mr. Kudo, there is something very strange about your observations of the victim. What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the H and D. No question. You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear without a doubt. I bet you got stuck on that thing D. Vasquez said about Hammer. I don't really remember the very first time I played it. But yeah, I probably did get stuck. I got stuck a lot. I can only see what side of his head from where I was sitting. I don't think so. Whoa, what did you say? You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo, but the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured! Ah? Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right. It's impossible that the victim was hearing his earpiece in his left ear. Because he couldn't even hear in that ear. Oh, you know, I had watched somebody play Phoenix Wright, the first Phoenix Wright, the episodes 1, 2, and 3, and he never played the rest, so I was like, oh, I've got to play it myself and figure it out. So I actually watched somebody do that episode. I cheated! I'm sorry! Anyway, because he couldn't even hear in that ear. I got a little dramatic there. Is it true, Captain? It is! Pigeon! Pretty pigeon! Order! 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 The witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress's straps. And he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godo? Arg! A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. But you guys stuck on it. Let's see. The punishment for watching a walkthrough involves the use of straps! Maybe I should watch some more. Let's see. This old man is my drop of milk. Captain, are you calling me a drip? What? This is the victim's coffee, in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand. I'll never back down! I know I'm right! The lad drank his Javachino with his left hand. Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly the victim used both hands. He took a sip of the cup he held in his right hand and then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw. But it took a single sip. Impossible! The witness has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee. Which hand the victim used to pick up his cup is irrelevant, Your Honor. The facts still stand. With one hand or the other, Mr. L drank the poisoned coffee. Just like this! Sadly, Mr. Godo, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory was credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless. Strapless. Blech. I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I am satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court. But to be frank, his testimony is a farce. Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old... I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, you can't reach me from there. You'll have to use straps. Let's see, I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That's all for now. This court is adjourned. Hold it! Wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me? Leave you, Mr. Kudo? Thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now. How is your bad memory my fault? I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do. I've kept my mouth shut until now. But there's something else the court should know. What? There's more? To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. But I want another chance. I want another crack at you, you young shark. What? Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun. Well, everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook. Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee. What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the coffee you want if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man! That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court just to hear your testimony. It's the final strap down! You bet! Much, much quicker. I can't believe this is happening. Ha 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 ha! You better get ready, youngster! I get the picture! Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would you? He's gonna be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds. The Konami code. The final showdown. First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javachino. While the clumsy idiot upset the vase, he knocked it right over. It broke and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down, hmm? What? Somebody get a strap for that vase! Is that all? Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. Hey, you're doubting me again. You're doubting a poor, defenseless old man. No. We're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo. Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick? Yeah, why was there no strap for that vase? Yeah, so what? Probably. Hey, legendary Frank, how are you doing? I wonder if it's even possible to drink 17 cups of coffee in one day, let alone 4 to 5 hours, which is one trial. How much longer am I going for? About 15 minutes is when my husband's supposed to come home, but he could be late. I don't know. We just have to see. At least until we end court for the day, because I kind of want to end it whenever we go into the next day. I was supposed to end like an hour ago and do something else because reading is really catching up to my throat. You always catch the end, I'm sorry. Let's see, that's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy. He's currently strapped in his work. You're a bird brain, that's why that's why it's all you can think of. Very well. Mr. Wright, your final cross-examination, please. The final showdown. I'm not going to press him, I'm just going to show the evidence that I think is what we show. The young boy slumped over his table as soon as he took some Giacchino. He upset the vase! I believe it's in this photo that it's still there. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene. Humph! So what? Look carefully at the table. The vase is there. Intact! Huh? Lost your tongue, Granddad? I'm no granddad of yours, hopscotch! Ow! 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 Enough! If you throw any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night. Ugh! What is it now? I just remembered something. Yes, go on. The broken vase. Ha! It was on my table. What? Well, you see, it startled me when that that young lad collapsed. So I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean. The vase on your table? Yes, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked? I think... I think all the straps. This one got your... okay, let's just keep going. We'll never be done. His groin. uh, Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You certainly earned your kudos for today. I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all? Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo. Arrgh! Wait a minute! If that's the case, there's one more. I've got one more to say. Oh yes, I remember something else. Bailiff! Strap this man! Escort the witness out of the courtroom. Wait! Listen to me! Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked, and I'm still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the testimony we've heard thus far. The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear. Wow, Nick, you did it! I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts. Yes, Your Honor. There's one more thing before I call today's session to an end. One more thing, Your Honor? The witness we just heard from. He is most insistent that his testimony should be of use. So he summarized it accordingly into this statement. Okay. You may each have a copy of it if you wish. Whatever. Prosecution doesn't need props like that. Goto's really mad, huh? Yeah, I would be too. Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies, my own, yours, and Mr. Goto's. Yes, Your Honor. Victor's testimony added to the court record. Yay! I'm sorry? This isn't a piece of testimony. More like a 5-year-old's apology. What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies? That is all. The court is adjourned. To be continued. Okay, we're gonna save it here and also save it in the emulator because it's not been saving my progress.